Hey everyone! Welcome to The Young and the Restless. I'm Jane, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you love Young and the Restless, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright, let's dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of July 14th to 18th suggest that Lily Winters will spill to Chance Chancellor as Kane Ashby defends. Billy Abbott will also suffer a familial betrayal. Here's what YNR viewers should expect. Damian Kane will die in Nice as a result of drugged booze and a surprise stabbing. Kane will reel as Damian collapses into his arms, and Phyllis Summers will be caught up in the action when she sees Kane cradling Damian in the aftermath. Nick Newman will also become involved in murder mayhem after making a significant discovery. Sharon Newman will finally make a daring move to assist Nick, who may be concerned that Phyllis is getting in over her head for Kane's sake. Damian's death will shock everyone at the party, particularly Lily, who has only recently started dating him. Chance Chancellor will ask a lot of questions as he tries to figure out who caused Damian's tragic injuries. Devon Winters may eventually blame Kane and call his tale into question. Amanda Sinclair has been a strong supporter of Kane, so she may argue that he would not go this far or make such a sloppy move. Lily will reveal some potentially damaging information. Lily may disclose that just before Damian's death, Kane discovered she had moved on and was in a relationship with Damian. Although Lily may be torn about whether or not to believe Kane, she will feel compelled to tell Chance the whole truth. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott will force Billy to learn a painful lesson, so he may withdraw his Abbott Communications investment and possibly attempt to grab the company from his brother. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott and Audra Charles will go too far, and they may officially enter into hot territory together. This could cause Audra and Kyle to decide to cover up their mistake, especially after learning about Cole Howard and Damian's deaths. Kyle will not want to cause Claire Newman any more pain than she is already experiencing, and Audra may feel the same way about Nate Hastings. According to the Young and the Restless spoilers, Audra and Kyle may be making a secret deal in the near future, so stay tuned. The tension in Genoa City reaches a boiling point as Lily finally confides in Chance about her growing suspicions surrounding Damian's death, setting off a chain reaction that forces Kane into damage control while Billy reels from a devastating family betrayal. Lily, who has been quietly piecing together the inconsistencies in the weeks following Damian's sudden demise, reaches her breaking point after uncovering a cryptic message linking Carter to the night of the incident. Unable to carry the weight of her fears alone, she turns to Chance, the one person in Genoa City with both the authority and the integrity to investigate without prejudice. Her voice trembles as she recounts the strange behavior she's observed in Carter, his uncharacteristic disappearances, the way he subtly steered her back toward Kane in the aftermath of Damian's death, and the chilling realization that his loyalty to Kane may have crossed into something far more sinister. Chance listens intently, his detective instincts immediately recognizing the gravity of her claims, but he also knows that accusing someone like Carter without concrete evidence could backfire spectacularly. He promises Lily he'll look into it discreetly, warning her to be careful until they know more, but the moment she leaves his office, Chance is already pulling files, determined to uncover whether Damian's death was truly an accident or something far more calculated. Meanwhile, Kane, sensing the walls closing in, shifts into full defensive mode after catching wind of Lily's meeting with Chance. His usual charm and confidence are replaced by a frantic energy as he scrambles to cover his tracks, unsure just how much Lily knows or what evidence she may have shared. He confronts Carter in a hushed, tense exchange, demanding to know if there's any truth to the rumors that he had a hand in Damian's death. Carter, ever the master of calm deception, deflects with practiced ease, insisting that Lily's grief is clouding her judgment and that any investigation will only prove his innocence. But the flicker of something darker in Carter's eyes leaves Kane unsettled, forcing him to question just how well he really knows the man he's trusted for years. The weight of guilt presses down on Kane as he considers the horrifying possibility that Carter may have acted on his behalf without his knowledge, or worse, that his own bitterness toward Damian inadvertently encouraged Carter's actions. Desperate to keep Lily from uncovering the truth, Kane begins manipulating the narrative, planting seeds of doubt about Damian's character in conversations with mutual friends and even going so far as to suggest that Damian had enemies of his own. But with every lie, Kane digs himself deeper into a hole, and the more he tries to control the situation, the more suspicious Lily becomes. The chaos only intensifies when Billy, already reeling from his own personal turmoil, stumbles upon a shocking revelation that feels like a knife to the heart. Someone in his own family has been working against him. The betrayal cuts deep, leaving Billy questioning every alliance he's ever trusted. At first, he assumes it must be a misunderstanding, but as the evidence mounts, he's forced to confront the painful reality that someone he loves has been secretly undermining him for reasons he can't yet comprehend. His mind races through the possibilities. Could it be Victoria, still resentful over their past clashes at Jabot? Or perhaps Jack, keeping secrets for what he believes is the greater good? Worse yet, could it be Phyllis, whose loyalty has always been conditional? The paranoia eats at Billy, making him lash out at those closest to him just as they're all needed most. His erratic behavior doesn't go unnoticed, especially by Lily, who sees the parallels between Billy's unraveling and her own mistrust of Kane. The two share a rare moment of solidarity, realizing that the people they once relied on may not be who they thought they were. As Chance's investigation quietly progresses, he uncovers a trail of financial irregularities and deleted communications that point toward Carter's involvement, but before he can act, an anonymous tip sends the case spiraling in an unexpected direction, one that implicates not just Carter, but potentially others in Genoa City's elite. The deeper Chance digs, the more dangerous the game becomes, with unseen forces working to silence anyone who gets too close to the truth. Meanwhile, Kane's attempts to control the narrative backfire spectacularly when Devon, suspicious of his brother-in-law's sudden defensiveness, starts asking his own questions. Devon's involvement adds another layer of tension, as his legal expertise and unwavering moral compass make him a formidable opponent in the battle for the truth. The fallout from Lily's confession to Chance sends shockwaves through every relationship in Genoa City, exposing hidden alliances, buried resentments, and betrayals no one saw coming. As Kane struggles to maintain his facade, Billy grapples with the identity of his betrayer, and Chance races against time to uncover the full extent of Carter's machinations. One thing becomes clear: no one is safe, and the truth, when it finally emerges, will leave permanent scars. The only question now is who will still be standing when the dust settles. The resultant differences may shatter long-standing relationships, spawning new rivalries and surprising alliances in the midst of chaos. Furthermore, the emotional consequences would go beyond Lily and Kane. Devon, Nate, and the rest of the Winters family would be drawn into the frenzy, each reacting differently to the revelation that Damian's death was not an accident. Devon, who has always been a voice of reason, may lead the charge for responsibility, but Nate, with his legal background, may be split between family loyalty and the pursuit of the truth. Amanda, who has a tangled relationship with Damian, would be forced to confront the fact that his life had been cut short by someone in their circle. And what about Chance, the newly reinstated police officer? If he discovers evidence linking Carter to the crime, his professional responsibilities will clash with his personal connections, leaving him in an unenviable situation. This twist has great storytelling potential, with layers of drama that might play out over months, if not years. Carter's development into blatant villainy would make for a captivating antagonist, with his brains and skill making him a difficult foe. His interactions with other characters would become increasingly tense as viewers, and eventually Genoa City residents saw him in a whole different light. Every previous interaction, every seemingly innocent gesture, would be re-examined for potential danger. Meanwhile, Kane's struggle with remorse and moral obligation would provide valuable character development, requiring him to confront areas of himself that he may have previously disregarded. And Lily's path, whether toward retribution or healing, would serve as the emotional core of the novel, providing her agency in a narrative that has frequently defined her existence via the actions of others. If Carter did go rogue to eliminate Damian, the consequences would irrevocably change relationships, destroy trust, and reshape Genoa City's power dynamics. The question today is whether the truth will be revealed and who will bear the consequences when it does.